I have a bunch of options of submissions and sweeps. Look, he's right here in a bunch of submissions. I have the triangle, I have the Kimura, wrist lock, armbar. Later on we're gonna cover all, okay? But just to keep your mind open, every time you're recomposing, you have a chance to get a submission, especially from the half guard. So let's do it again. Head control. Remember to do the power bridge. What is the power bridge? It's a bridge falling with the hip escape. Look, scissor motion with my arms, very important. I carry the head with my bicep. If I just bridge and I don't have this guy over here, look, he's a heavyweight. Not a chance. But if I move his center of gravity, it's gonna be much easier. Right? Now, let's go to the option number 2. I invert my knee. I bring one hook. Why I bring the hook on the front? Because it's gonna try to apply pressure. And the hook is gonna keep him away. And now I have a much better chance to put this leg on the hip and pinching the knee behind his arm. Now this underhook become a liability for him. Before was good, but now he's very exposed for a bunch of submissions. Okay, so let's recap. The escape number 1, that basically I will be going for the tight, waist tight grip, and the escape number 2 are gonna be recomposing guard, getting ready for submissions. So, half guard, squeeze the knees together, don't leave your legs loose over here, legs together, power bridge, block the arm, control the back over here because it's gonna put pressure, right? Shrimp out, knee on the front, extend my body back, bring my elbow in. Now watch, just move your shoulders, slide under the guy. Come off in my elbow. I'm in a good position to start attacking. The second one, I'm gonna do the bridge. Boom! Hip post. What I'm gonna do, pass my arm in the front, turn my knee to the inside, put the hook, extend back, bring my leg on the hip, now put pressure. He's away. Bring my knee behind his shoulder. Now he's in a serious trouble over here. Okay guys, now we're gonna work one more variation from the head control escape series. So, my partner is gonna have the head control, and he's gonna switch the hip on the side. When he switches the hip to the side, I lose my ability of bridging without trapping his leg. If I be naive and I try to bridge like this, first of all, for me bridge, I have to open my half guard. When I do this, he's gonna slide his knee and go to the mount, right? I have some exception for that. If I have the ability of trapping his leg, now if he tries to mount, go to the mount, go to the mount. I'm gonna end up flipping him over. That's an exception for the rule, but I must have his leg trapped. So in this situation, he won't let me trap his leg, okay? So, he set the hip to the side. I have to pay attention. Which side I'm closing my half guard? A lot of guys, they close the half guard only to one side. And now, this is that's bad for me because the guy have his knee free and he's totally able to go to a superior pin going to the mount. So what I have to do in this position is isolate his thigh. Don't focus on closing the half guard below his knee. You want to be above. So my outside leg is going to go over his knee and I just squeeze my knees together over here, right? What is my intention? I wanted to bring the guy on his knees, okay? This way I have more options, okay? So I'm going to have this grip over here, tighten his waist. I want to control the belt. This hand over here, my elbow is going to go under his hip. Now watch. I want to start pulling, use my leg on the bottom and bring him over. Going to this position, right? I keep his arm trapped. My hand stay on the hip, create the frame. Now you're gonna have a few options over here. The first option is gonna be the reversal, hip the bump, bump my hip. So watch, I'm gonna step on top of my toe and do the reverse over here. Hip post, I underhook, and now in a better position, okay? So let's do it again. The hips on the side. I'm in a terrible position over here. Make sure, guys, you don't make the mistake to close the half guard to the wrong way. I'm gonna use my outside leg and go over his knee and squeeze my legs together. Just squeeze, you don't need to lock, okay? Squeezing do the work just fine. My hand will control his belt. I want to connect his hip with my hip. My elbow is gonna try to go under his knee because I need some lift over here when I move my hip. Watch, I'm gonna use my leg on the bottom and my arm on the top. Move to the side. I'm gonna start pulling the belt, moving my shoulder. I'm not trying to pull him to this way. It's not gonna do any good. I wanna pull him to that side over there. Watch. And now I start using my elbow and my leg on the bottom to bring his knee on the ground. Now watch, I want to switch my lock once again. I'm gonna do a hip bump for the guy post. He posts, he creates space. My arm is gonna go under his armpit. I use my legs. I bring the guy over, and I'm gonna be over here in the better control. Okay? Once again, half guard. Close the half guard to the other side. Remember, a big step over his knee. I squeeze my legs together. My arm on the top is gonna control his belt. Close my elbow. My hand on the outside is gonna go under his hip. Now I'm gonna do the reverse hip escape. Bring the guy over. My goal is putting his knees on the ground before I try to do the hip bump, okay? So watch. Bring him to the side. He have the knees on the ground. My arm on the hip will keep his hip away to don't let him sit again on the side. It's hard to the guy sit on the side when I have my hand over here supporting the hip. Now watch. I want to change the side of my legs. Okay. Yeah. And now watch. I'm going to do the bump. Remember, it's not a bridge. Step on top of my toe. Lift my hip 1 inch from the ground and close my knees to the other direction. He will post. I will get the underhook, bring the guy over, and come up. Okay guys, we're gonna be working one more escape from the half guard head control, okay? So, my partner is gonna have the half guard, he have the head control, and he sit the hip on the ground, right? Remember, always to keep the lock to the right direction. If I close to this side, I'm vulnerable to the mount. Go to the mount. Also vulnerable to other type of pass. If he tripod, he can go for a knee cut. Tripod, knee cut. Boom. Alright? So make sure to close your legs to the right direction. Over here, it's a big deal. I'm gonna slow him down by a lot, okay? So now I want to have this grip on top of his gi. My thumb is going inside, and my second grip is gonna go under his armpit. So put a little bit more pressure on my head. Right. Now guys, I'm gonna use my arms over here to push him over my head. We release the pressure. Don't try to push the guy straight up. He's very strong to this direction, especially when he have the underhook and the gable grip over there, locking everything tight. If I try to push him over here, waste of time. But he have pressure forward over here, but he have no base over my head. If I move him over my head, he's gonna be out of balance and he's gonna post the hand. But my arms over here by itself is not strong enough to move this big man on top of me, okay? So I need to use my legs to move him. So check the motion, check how I do this movement. So I'm gonna be in this position over here, grips in place, my leg protecting from the mount. I'm gonna use this. Hip up, push. Not only the legs up, I wanna load the hand over and extend my hip. At the same time, I wanna push my arms over my head, like you pulling a shirt off your head, okay? So it's the same motion. 1, 2, okay? So, over here, 1, 2, keep your legs tight. He's putting a tremendous pressure on me. Get your grips just right. And now check this out. Legs and push at the same time. He posed. Now I'm gonna have many options. I can go straight to single leg. I can go deep half guard. So, guys, it's very important you understand the mechanics of your body, okay? If you try to push the guy up, his grip and his arm is really tight. You have to understand the basic concept. He gets no base above my head. He has base to the side because he's hooking the leg. If I try to bridge, his hook is gonna stop me, right? And also gonna be vulnerable to the mount. So, my only way to escape is gonna be bring him over the head. So thumb inside, grip on the armpit. Now you wait for the right time, okay? So you're gonna bring your leg up and push the arms over your head. Now you create a space and you can go around and choose which sweep you're gonna do. Okay guys, now we're gonna be working a escape from a very common counter attack for the underhook is the reverse crossface. If you're not familiar with the reverse crossface, I'm gonna show you right now. So my partner had the half guard on me, okay, and he got the underhook. So that's a very common counter for heavy guys. They're gonna go with this arm over the shoulder, control the leg, drive the weight forward, and switch the base. That's the reverse crossface. He loses the ability of creating space because I have those two pinning control here. I have my arm behind his neck and I have my leg bring him over. Okay? So that's the reverse crossface. So, how you gonna escape from the reverse crossface? That's a good question. It's basically a hip escape with frame. It's a very easy position, but it going against every concept of facing the guy to recompose guard. It's kind of awkward. So I'm going